Imagine this. You're standing in a room, your pulse hammering, your breath shallow. Someone is shouting at you, their words sharp as knives. Every instinct screams to fight back, to match their fury with your own. But what if the real battle isn't with them? What if the true confrontation is the storm inside you, the one that twists logic into rage, reason into fear? Here's the paradox. The angrier they become, the calmer you grow. Not because you're passive, but because you've uncovered a darker, far more potent power, the ability to let chaos unfold without becoming part of it. Carl Jung called this the art of holding the shadow, the unclaimed parts of ourselves that lash out when triggered. What if the secret to winning any confrontation isn't dominance, but detachment? What if the most dangerous person in the room is the one who refuses to play the game? The real trap isn't the confrontation, it's the illusion of control. We believe if we argue louder, explain better, or dominate the moment, we'll finally feel safe. But Jung warned of something far more insidious: projection. When someone's anger hooks you, it's often because their chaos mirrors your own unclaimed rage, fear, or shame. Nietzsche saw this too. The will to power disguised as self-defense. Modern society worships reactivity. Social media, politics, even personal relationships thrive on escalation, a twisted validation that being heard means being louder. But Schopenhauer understood the deeper truth. Emotional violence is a confession of weakness. The one who loses control first has already lost. So why do we keep falling into the same trap? Because we mistake reaction for strength. Because, as Sartre observed, hell is other people, but only if you let them become your jailers. The real battle was never outside you. It was always within. What happens when we surrender to the heat of confrontation? The mind narrows, a predator's gaze locked on threat, blind to nuance. Cognitive psychologists call this tunnel vision, the shutdown of reason, the silencing of empathy. Like a chess player who only sees the next move, you become predictable, a slave to primal scripts written by evolution, but the cost runs deeper. Every outburst, every swallowed insult rewires the brain. Neural pathways thicken like scars, making anger the default response. Dostoevsky saw this in Notes from Underground, how pride traps us in cycles of self-sabotage, where winning the argument means losing ourselves. Modern culture amplifies this. Algorithms feed on outrage, conditioning us to crave conflict as proof of identity. Huxley's warning echoes. We've grown to love our oppression, mistaking the adrenaline of battle for true power. The tragedy? The more you fight on their terms, the more you vanish, until only the confrontation remains, and no one remembers why it began. The escape begins with a single, subversive act: inaction. Not passivity, presence. Like a samurai sheathing his sword mid-strike, you disrupt the dance of aggression by refusing its rhythm. Jung called this active detachment, the conscious choice to witness your emotions without being ruled by them. Nietzsche's amor fati applies here. Love your fate, even the confrontation. By accepting the moment without resistance, you drain it of power. Schopenhauer's advice was colder. Treat rage like bad weather. It passes only if you don't chase it. Practical rebellion looks like this. Breathe into tension like a meditator observing thoughts. Respond slowly, making space between stimulus and reaction. Frankel's gap of freedom mirror their energy back with silence, forcing them to face their own chaos. This is psychological jiu-jitsu. When you stop feeding the fire, the flames turn on the one who lit them. The real power was never in winning, but in ceasing to play. Here is the secret no one tells you. Calmness is not control, it is sovereignty. When you stop fighting shadows, you become the light that dissolves them. Jung's greatest insight was this: what you resist persists, but what you observe transforms. The final rebellion is realizing the opponent was never the other person. It was your own unmetabolized fear. Dostoevsky's underground man raged against the world, only to find he was alone in the cell of his mind. But you choose the deeper victory, to stand so still that the world's chaos reveals itself as an illusion. This is the alchemy of confrontation. The moment you cease to fear anger, yours or theirs, you disarm every battle before it begins. Like a mirror reflecting fire, you show rage its own face until it exhausts itself. Now ask yourself, who will you be when the shouting stops? The one who got loud, or the one who remained free?